Hey gamblers, welcome back to Shoulda Cashed Out. And today at the craps tables, we're gonna discuss the 3-point Molly. Okay, why is it so popular? Is it good? Is there a better way to do it? We're just gonna dive into it, okay? And if you're not familiar with 3-point Molly, you're gonna do a $10 pass line, and most craps tables are 3, 4, and 5x odds. So what that means, if the point's 9, you're going to lay $40 behind, and then you'll make another comeback. It travels to the 8, 5 times odds. Then you'll make a third, and it travels 5 times odds. And at that point, you're wanting these numbers to repeat, okay? So you need 2 of the same numbers to make money, okay? So it's a very popular strategy, and I think that stems from a few different places. Number one, if you type in like best crap strategy based on the math or whatever, something like this is going to pop up, okay? And then people overrate the odds bet, because I see it every time and time again. Best bet in the whole casino is the odds bet because there's no house edge on it. Well, the problem is if I make a $10 pass line and then do my odds that has no house edge, right? And it's tied to the 5, what's more likely to roll? The 7 or the 5? You've already rolled the 5 once. You're going to tell me another 5 is going to roll before the 7? How likely is that? Not very likely. So while people promote odds this, odds that, you have to remember this bet and these odds are tied into a number that is weaker than the 7. Okay? The casinos are in the business of making money. And have you ever seen them doing one of their craps clinics at like the Bellagio or wherever, or the training? Have you ever once seen them tell someone you want to play the don't pass, the DC, or lay a number? Never. You'll never see that, because that puts the casino on these box numbers and you now playing with the strongest number. So just take a moment and think about that sort of stuff. You know, don't be so quick to listen to the mathematicians on games. You know, sometimes you have to have table and game and situational awareness. Okay? So now that we got that out of the way, I figured we'd have some fun. 3-point Molly, $500 bankroll, and then a player who just wants to play 3 specific numbers. They want to already place the numbers the same like the Molly. Okay? This player is going to play the 6, 8, and 10. Every single time. He's going to play those 3 numbers every single time. Okay? This person is going to do the actual Molly. So I'm going to try to keep up with it as best I can. Don't yell at me if I miss something, because I'm having to talk, discuss, remember the bets, pay, clean, all that sort of stuff. All right? So cut me a break. We're just going to see 3-point Molly versus someone who just wants to play 3 numbers. All right, here we go. 2-1-3, pass line loses. We just replace. And as we go along, we'll discuss why people like this. And there is kind of one advantage to playing like this. So this player is just going to do a $30 6, $30 8, and a $25 10. All right. I don't have any ones. I'm trying to keep this as simple as possible. So, yeah, I know there's VIGs and all that stuff. Okay, but we're trying to keep it simple here because there's a lot going on. A lot going on, and I am solo. Han Solo. All right, so we got our next Molly. This player already chose his 3 numbers. Here we go. 549. That player is going to do 40 in odds. So Molly's now tied to the 5 and the 9. And they need one more number. There we go. 213. They're going to lose in the come. Oh, I should have replaced. And then Snake Eyes. That would have lost. Sorry. I don't play like this. So I'm going to try my best not to make mistakes. But here we go. 6-1. All done. Okay. So that sucked for everybody. So neither player got a hit. And the Molly couldn't even get their 3rd number established. So that roll really sucked for everybody. All right, 10 on the pass for the Molly. And Molly's going to need a fresh set of reds. All right, there's the 100 in red. All set. Coming out. 325. All right. Molly's set. Then our other player is going to do $30 6, $30 8, and $25 10. All right, here we go. There's the hard 10. That's going to pay 50. Again, I don't have any ones. So that's going to pay 50 for our place better or buy better. All right, Molly needs to get $30. All right. And then a fresh come. So straight away, the appeal of the Molly is you slowly put money out there. Okay, whereas the place better is straight out there. So if there's like a PSO or only 2 rolls, the Molly definitely has the advantage. Okay? 314. So these are actually bad numbers for the Molly because they're having to spend $40 and they're only going to get paid $70. Okay? So for $40, you're getting $70. Whereas this guy, he's only spending $25 and getting $50. But if you would have put that same amount, 40 on the 10, 40 on the 4, now you'd be getting $80 minus the dollar vig. All right, so the 3-point Molly's set. Place better's just chilling. And place better's just going to collect. He's not going to press or anything like that. Okay? 639 again. 213. 6-4-10. All right, everyone wins on that one. Place better's going to win 50. Okay. Racket. This is going to come on down. 10 for the flat. And 60. So, the Molly guy won $70, but the place better has won 100 and had only $25 at risk instead of $40 at risk. Okay? So I just want you, I'm just going to point out stuff like that as we go along, okay? Just pointing it out. You know, there's the 7. All right, so Place better loses. Pass line is going to get paid there, and then the 4 loses. All right. Place the pass line, and we're coming out. So yeah, just think about that, you know. This guy got $100, and the Molly only got 70. There's the 527. $549. And I'm not trying to tell you which way's better, which way's worse. You can come to that conclusion on your own. Because I not necessarily would play like this either way. I mean, there's worse things than playing the pass line in the 6 and 8. Okay, that's actually solid. Okay, so it's just this aspect moving around. I don't care for that. All right, so let's get our place betters up. All right. So straight away, you kind of see the appeal. So our place betters got 60, 85 at risk. Where our Molly guy is slowly dipping his feet in the water here. He's got 40, 50, $60 at risk. So $25 less risk. There's the hard 8. All right, so our Molly's traveling. Place better is going to win 35. Okay. Oh, almost put it in Molly's rack. There we go. Molly needs $50. And there's our next combat. And keep in mind, these guys aren't even pressing. You know, if he would have pressed $25 and all of a sudden he would have won $150, that last shooter. 516. Okay, so the Molly is looking pretty good. Place better is going to go ahead and win 35. And let's get our 50 in odds. So our place better has already collected $70. 639, that's the point. Okay. Molly's going to win some monies. 10. And then 60 in odds. All right, so the contract bets are working, the odds are off, and then the pass line's working. All right. You can tell the dealer to work the odds if you wanted to. That's totally up to you. I know old Ken over at Ken Knows Gambling, he loves to leave the odds working. There's no right or wrong. The 7 has the same likelihood every single roll. It's just preference. Here we go. Wait, do we have our... That's a 426, but I'm thinking... Yes, okay, we had our 3-point Molly. Okay, I was thinking maybe I missed a comeback. That's the 426. All right, so let's pay Molly first. So 10 on the flat. And then 60 in odds. Okay. And then they're going to make the next $10. And place better. Remember, he's just betting flat. He didn't press at all that other hit, you know. He's just chilling. He's chilling for right now. There's 4. Oh, yeah, here. 5. Sorry, making sure. There we go. That looks good. All right. Yeah, we haven't pressed. This guy is not pressing. He's just collecting. 325. Fever. Comeback's going to go to the 5. 10 on the flat. 60 behind. All right. We'll get our odds up, but they're not working. Odds are turned off, and then place bets following the puck. 4-1-5, we're back on the 5. So the odds are returned, but we'll keep them out because I'm about to put them behind. And then that's going to come down and get paid. So it'll stay. We need a new come bet. Here's our odds for the 5. All right, here we go. 3-1-4. All right, we're traveling. Need 30 in odds. Five, 2, 7. All right, let's clean all this up. All right, so the place better's down $50. And Molly, 100, 200, 300. There's 400, 425, 450, 470. So Molly's down $30 and place better's down 50, who hasn't been pressing. Okay. We'll do a few more so you can kind of get an idea. 628. All right, let's get our $50. There we go. Place better. Looks good. $10 come. 6, 4, 10. Molly travels to the 10. That's going to get paid 50. All right. And let's get our next come bet. There we go. Oh, in our odds. There we go. Looks good. 5-1-6. All right, so come bet travels. Place better gets paid. There we go, 35. So place better's already collected $50 and $85. Molly's yet to collect anything. Here we go. 2-1-3. 3-2-5. 5-1-6. Okay. So our place better is going to make 35. And then Molly, 10, 50, 60. So they both made $70. But remember, this guy didn't press. He could have. And honestly, I would have went to 42 and then got 50. That's the reality. You know, you win 35, drop in 2 whites, go to 42. The next hit, you win at 50. So it would have been 50 plus the 35 that you would have won, minus the $12 to press. So here we go. I'm just tossing that out there. I'm just leaving little snidbits, little tidbits for you to think about while we roll. That way you can kind of, in your mind, play along. What would you do? Would you be pressing, not pressing? 6-2-8. All right, that's going to travel. Goes off. Place better. 35. Okay. Now we got to pay the pass line. 10 on the flat, and 60 behind. And keep in mind, we have far less money exposed. They have $60 exposed. We only have 30. I just want you to keep all this in mind. And you can make your own decision. There's the 7. Okay, we're going to lose. All right, odds are returned. We lose the contracts. Win on the pass. All right. And we're still coming out. Here we go. 3, 2, 5. Fever. All right. Get our $10 comeback. We'll get our 40 Deleros behind. Here we go. 639. Travel into the 9. We need $40 behind. Here we go. Then we need our third molly. Third point. 639. It's a good one for the molly. Those switch. So we'll take those down there. It's going to pay 10 on the flat. And then 60. So molly did good. All right, let's get our odds back up. Now, keep in mind, at no point did I say the molly wouldn't or can't make money. It can. I'm just saying, is there a better alternative? If we were to place these bets at the same that we're doing, if we had been pressing these bets, that's what you got to think about. 4, 3, 7. All right. So everybody loses. Let's check the bankroll. Let's see what we got going on. All right, so this player, we can see easily they ended up winning $20. Okay? So this player won $20. All right. The molly, 100, 200, 300, 400, 500. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So they won, there's a green. They won $45, the molly. And just picking 3 numbers, no press, nothing, won $20. Okay? So, which way's better? I'll let you decide. Okay? Or maybe something where the pass line with odds and then playing the 6 and 8 is better than the other 2. I would honestly lean towards that if I was going to do just like 3 numbers and play in this sort of style. I would just do the pass line and then the 6 and 8. But this is a good comparison. There's no right or wrong. I can see the appeal of slowly putting money out there versus putting a lot of money out there at once. Trust me. You have hard-earned cash, but it's disposable income, hopefully, that you're bringing. Would you rather risk a lot at first, or would you rather slowly risk it? Right? I think that's the mindset that most people have to why they like the molly. because they don't get that instant 7 out and lose everything. You know, they're slowly wading into the water, and if the 7 comes, well, I wasn't fully exposed, you know? But in the meantime, these numbers could have already rolled if you had placed. So that's final thoughts on it. Let me know if you like the 3-point Molly. Cool. Let me know if you like kind of the breakdown of the place better. I'll probably do maybe like the Molly and then a pass line 6 and 8 versus the 3-point Molly, something like that. I'll just do some variations on just having 3 numbers out there. So thanks for joining us. Please like and subscribe. We'd love to have you. Until next time, be excellent to each other.